As a mediocre tech YouTuber who focuses primarily on home labbing and home lab equipment, it makes sense for me to have a server and even a backup server. And I do. This is my backup server right here, and as you can see, it is housed in a regular desktop build, but as we all know, to be a real tech YouTuber, you must put it in an actual server rack. Now, up until a week ago, I've never owned an actual server rack, so all my builds have been desktop builds, but I finally bit the bullet, went full nerd, and got my first server rack. If you want to check out my thoughts on that and the build, it is over on my Patreon and available for YouTube members, so if you're down to support me and maybe see some extra behind the scenes footage, then link is in the description below. So the plan today is to take my backup server, again, housed in a regular desktop machine, and migrate it to, a 2U server case. Okay, yeah, if you're watching this video, you watched the intro and thought, are you really just taking what's in here and moving it into here? Yes. And then if you're thinking, why are you even making a video about this? I counter that with another question. Why are you even watching? So yeah, this is going to be a pretty off the cuff video. I'm not even running a teleprompter because all it would say is like, put this stuff into here, the end. So this case here has been perfectly fine. It is a Fantex something. I will put the model somewhere around here, but I initially got this because I wanted something that was A, kind of small, and B, could hold at least 3 drives. Now you would be surprised at the amount of small cases out there that actually fit those needs. So this is what I eventually went with, and it's been perfectly fine. But like I said, we're playing with the big boys now. We have an actual 2U server, which makes me really cool now, really nerdy, whichever one you prefer. So yeah, that's all we're gonna be doing today. So sit back, grab a drink, hang out, and maybe listen to some PC building ASMR or something. So let's put this down for now. By the way, this is a Rosewell 2U case. I think it was about $160. I will link it down in the description below. I don't know if this is good or a piece of crap because obviously I haven't built in it and it's still got the protective film on it. So we'll do a live review. And if it sucks, then you'll know. If it's awesome, you'll also know. So let's put that down for now and start disassembling. So some specs on my backup system. It's running a mini ITX Jinyu Chinese motherboard with a Xeon 1240L V3, which is a low power 8-thread CPU, as well as 3 14 terabyte, I don't know what brand they are, I think Seagate, maybe, I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, 16 gigs of RAM, an NVMe boot drive, and a basic GPU for video out. Nothing too crazy. So let's go ahead and disassemble this. I don't even know what GPU this is, honestly. This is maybe it's my 1030, my fanless 1030. So I know I joked earlier about, to be a real tech YouTuber, you have to have an actual server or a rack mounted server, and obviously that is just a joke. Nothing about this is going to increase performance at all. It is not going to change my life in any way. The only thing is that it's going to be in a different location in the house. So you're going to get the same shit no matter if your hardware is housed in a tiny 1U blade server or in a regular ATX case. It doesn't matter. The main reason I got a server rack is A, because I've never had one and I've wanted to venture into the world of rack mounted servers, as well as all my network equipment was actually stuck up in my laundry room and it was a complete mess, and I wanted a centralized location to put all my networking gear and maybe be able to upgrade to a fancier 1U level switch. So that's why I went and did it. Okay, we'll deal with that later. I guess next we could just do the hard drives. So it seems like the go-to size speaking as someone who has owned a server rack for a week, is a 2U because it is small enough to not take up a bunch of space in your rack, but also is enough depth to fit a regular motherboard in with an adequate cooling system. Let's see, so it does look like these do slide out. Okay, perfect. So we should just be able to unscrew these dudes, I guess. Are these just gonna fall down? No, I think they're clipped in. Okay, we're good. We're good. Ah! Okay, that one just fell out. Unhook you. Boom. Oh, these are dusty. Woo! And this one's probably gonna fall out too. Yeah. All right, so if I lift, voila. Oh, you can see all the dust all over my desk, yeah. This thing's freaking sweet too. Link down below. Oh my God, look at. All right, guys. If you don't like to see computer dust, then look away because, oh dear. Ew. Ew. Ugh. Oh God. Ew. I have a trash can right here. I'm not just brushing this off onto the floor. It'd be gross. So how you guys been? What's going on in your lives? What kind of cool projects are you working on? Let me know. I love talking to you guys. I love hearing about the things you're working on, especially over in the Discord. We have a bunch of nerds over there who are always keeping me up to date on the projects they're working on. Honestly, it's freaking cool to hear about all the things you guys are doing. So yeah, feel free to sound off in the comments below and let me know. Oh, so yeah, this backup system is running Proxmox. I am virtualizing a container or running a container that is hosting just a Docker instance, which is running SyncThing, and that's how I do the backups. The file system, I'm just using Proxmox's built-in ZFS, which I do like ZFS, but using Proxmox as a data storage solution or a NAS isn't the best just because the interface isn't really designed to do that, but you can in a pinch. And since I'm not really doing much in terms of setting up fancy storage systems or permissions, then the basic ZFS on Proxmox will do. Oh yeah, one of my boys in Discord is patiently waiting, I know right now, for his PlayStation 5 to get in, Mr. Ryzen, as he goes by in the Discord. As we're speaking right now, he probably has it. So he's probably glued to that right now. So I hope you're enjoying your new PS5, Mr. Ryzen. Okay. Oh God, these are so gross. To clean your PC. Clean it now. I'll give you till tomorrow, but you gotta clean your PC. Do as I say, not as I do, as the saying goes. Let's put those aside for now. Now we can take out the power supply. Because the 2U case does support a regular ATX power supply, which is convenient. Oh, so much dust again. Why are you like this? We're ready to migrate. Oh, all right, so this is it. Nothing fancy, pretty basic. The front looks like this. Yep. There are 3 fans in the front, 3 80mm fans bringing air in. And this is a vent for the, I guess you can't see it. This is a vent for the power supply fan. And I guess the best part is the peel. This is gonna be a nice ASMR moment. Hold on, let me put it right next to the mic. Oh no. Voila. Oh, there's ones on the side too. Oh, whatever. I'm just peeling these off. All right, the last peel. Here we go. Ooh, that was nice. Boom. You have to like the video if you're aroused now. That's the rules. I don't make them, but. Okay, so you can see on the back here, it looks like a pretty standard case, honestly. From right here, you have your IO slots and you have 4 half-height PCI slots. So you are limited in a 2U case to half-height PCI cards, but for my use case, that isn't a big deal. I would take the trade-off of using fewer slots in my rack, which is only a 12U, and only be able to use half-height cards. That's perfectly fine. So to take this off, there are 4 screws. And someone in the Discord posted the other day that they were thinking about getting an NVIDIA Jetson, and holy crap, I remember buying an NVIDIA Jetson on sale like years ago, I think for $50 or $60. If I can find it, I'll put it right here somewhere. And I recently looked into maybe getting a second one to mess around with. And holy crap, dude, they're like going for hundreds of dollars and you can barely find them. It's insane. Like I thought Raspberry Pis were bad right now, but oh my God, the NVIDIA Jetson, the Nano specifically, bruh, that is insane. Okay, so slides out, bada bing, bada boom, we're in. And you should be able to see in here now. This is the front, obviously. Manual, cool. So you'll see here we have some screws. You have front panel stuff like USB, power button, reset button, and a USB 3 plug, which I don't think our motherboard supports. So, oh, it does. Okay, cool. I was initially thinking about changing these fans out. These are just the ones that comes with it. They're a brushless DC fan, but I bought some Noctua fans that I'm thinking about swapping it out with, but I haven't decided. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the regular ones in here for now, and if they're loud and kind of annoying, I will put the Noctuas in, but let's go ahead and just leave these in here by default, just so we can see how they are with the case, you know, straight out of the box, what you get. I assume they're gonna be annoying as shit since they're Molex. They're gonna freaking ramp up to 100% and be annoying as shit. Especially with a low power system like I have in here, this is probably gonna be overkill. So we theoretically should just be able to slide the motherboard in. Probably can't see this, but imagine putting in an IO shield. You guys have done it before. You know how it goes. All right, let's not cut my fingers. Already did that today. Check it. I blame my fiance. We went to a glass store because she's into stained glass now. And I was helping her pick out colors, and apparently glass is sharp. And yeah, whoops. Slide that dude in here. Pretty uneventful. Yep, just how I like it. Motherboard screws. If they go in, then that's good enough. That's my slogan. That doesn't seem right. It's also my slogan. So I want to hear about your worst mistake you've ever made when building a PC. I have like two. So one of them is not too bad. It was when I was very new to building PCs. I thought that obviously you want airflow into the case, right? Because, you know, airflow in, you got to cool the components. So I pointed every single fan on the case to be an input fan directly into the PC. Now, did that affect the overall performance of the PC? Maybe, maybe not. But years later, or probably months later, or whenever it was, and I realized that's not how you do it, I felt like a big old dummy. The worst mistake I made was with my first water cooling system. This will be a short story. I built the complete hardline system, GPU vertical mounted everything. It was in this actual case that used to be vertically mounted and all hardline tubing, and filled it, did everything, and the GPU block wasn't seated correctly. So I had to drain it, take it all out, and when I was draining it, I did the whole draining thing, put it back together, reseated it, blah, blah, blah. And when I went to fill it back up, I left the valve open and water went everywhere, all over the inside of the PC, all over the motherboard, all over everything. Luckily, there was no power running to it, so we got out safely, but holy crap, that was a derp moment for sure. I know you guys have made mistakes. Let me know what they were down in the comments. So I think you have to take these out. It doesn't look like there's a good way. Yeah, you can't really screw in your hard drives without taking these out. So, okay, so this, you can see this bracket supports two 3.5-inch drives. These other two only support one each for some reason. I guess that's because this is designed to hold a larger motherboard, so they wouldn't fit in the bottom. I don't know. But 4 is enough for me. Another one of my sayings. So here, yeah, you can see the entire inside of it. It's pretty freaking basic. So I guess they just slide in like this. It's too far back. It's gonna go like this. Wait, that doesn't even fit. How are you really supposed to mount these? These don't line up. These two don't line up with the holes on the hard drive. There's no way that's right. I feel like hard drives usually have 3 screw points though. Or am I tripping? Dude, is this real life? It looks like there should be a screw right here. I must be tripping. Right here. It looks like there should be a screw right there, but there's like a cover over it. I think that's the problem, which I have no solution for. We'll have to figure something out. Oh, that is so jank. Okay, yeah, holy crap. So 2 of them are Ultra Stars, but this one is a Seagate Exos. And as you can tell, 3 screw holes, which is normal. These only have 2, which means they don't line up, which is gonna annoy the crap out of me. Luckily, as the old saying goes, if it doesn't move but it should, use WD-40. If it moves but it shouldn't, use duct tape. Quality engineering. All right, now that's a hard drive mount right there. So this one, luckily it'll be sitting on top. So this one's gonna be sagging a little bit because again, it's only mounted by 2 back screws. But luckily this one will be sitting right under it, and I'll probably put, I don't know, a piece of something in between them so it can kind of rest on there without vibrating and being annoying. So let's go ahead and install this. Dude, this is so jank right now, but a lovely kind of jank, you know? This power supply better fit. Holy crap, that's tight. That's not too bad. There's no cover on the fans, so wires can get in there. That's good, great, fantastic. Oh, the train's back, surprise, surprise. Now, I'm gonna be so annoyed if these fans are super loud and I gotta remove them. Theoretically, we should be good to go. So I guess, oh wait, I need a graphics card. I need a half height one because this is not gonna fit. Okay, problem number 1, this isn't gonna fit because of the hard drive. We should have put this over here. Okay, what I eventually decided was to move the tray from the middle over to the left, which gives me space to put in a larger graphics card. And yeah, I mean, it fits, it's fine. This isn't the tightest cable management you've ever seen, I know that, but it's less cable management and more cable shoving underneath. But again, it's fine, it's sitting in a server rack, it should be good. So now we get to actually test this thing. So let's plug in some networking, plug in some power. We're about to see how loud these default fans are. I'm hoping they're not freaking disgustingly loud. Also, if we hooked up the front panel correctly. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. It's honestly not bad. Let's give it a second. We're in. Looks good. This is up and running. Oh no, status unknown. It couldn't rebuild the ZFS pool. Is it detecting all the drives? No, it's detecting 1. Why are you only detecting 1 drive? Shit. All right, I know what it is. So these enterprise drives, there's a specific power connector on some SATA systems that it doesn't like. So I'm fairly certain, if I remember correctly, that I cut the orange wire on one of these. Oh, I see. I did the tape trick. Ah, that's annoying. Ah, shit. Okay. I gotta figure something out. Okay, we are in. It works. Duct tape to the rescue again. But yeah, you can see we are loaded in. Everything is up and running. Our main ZFS pool is loaded up. And the fans are not bad at all. So I don't even need the Noctua ones. So let's go ahead, put this guy back on top. I mean, with rubber dampeners on the hard drives, I imagine it would be a little more quiet, but I can't complain. It's gonna be sitting in the server rack in the loft closet. So yeah, I'm gonna power this down and go ahead and install it and give my overall thoughts, I guess. All right, so the server is in the server rack, and here's some iPhone footage of it chilling there. I don't know what you expected. It's literally just sitting in the server rack, but yeah, proof, I guess. Overall, I think the case was pretty good, other than the fact that the mounting mechanisms were, I guess those weren't weird. I guess what was weird are my hard drives only having 2 mounting screw holes on the side, as opposed to the normal 3, which are kind of required for those mounting mechanisms. But it was nothing some duct tape couldn't solve. So just keep that in mind if you do go with the Roswell case, or is it Roswell case, then make sure that your hard drives have the 3 mounting holes on the side, or be prepared to use duct tape. Other than that, the fans in the front, I was expecting them to be extremely loud, but they weren't too bad at all. If you have a very power hungry system, you might want to put some more powerful fans in there. I don't know, but I run a pretty basic setup. It's a low power CPU with a low power GPU and 3 hard drives. So it's not demanding, it's power efficient. So I really didn't need very powerful fans. So overall, I think it's great. Obviously it's my first rack mounted server that I've ever assembled or even used. So there will be more in the future. That's the reason I got the rack, so that I can test other form factors and other systems. So we had to get started somewhere. This was certainly a video. I am probably editing this, wondering why the hell are you even posting this to YouTube? But I don't know. It was chill. Got to hang out with you guys, show you guys how it goes, just casually moving a system over to a 2U system. But I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreons and my YouTube members. You guys continue to support the channel. It really, really means a lot to me. I sincerely appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. But if you are still watching this video, why? Also, thank you. But I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.